What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Crew 2. Can finally get started with it again with my new microphone, and most importantly, hopefully we do not have any of the sound issues that I was facing the first time I recorded this re-recording. So let's jump back in. And here we are. And the subtitles are on by default, which is what I like. Let's get started with the street racing. Here it is, the Crew 2. Wow, live! They really are making this a live concert with racing in it. Wow, what I love about the Crew 2 and what I prefer about this to the original game is that it's creative, but it takes it to a whole new level. Like, you can race cars on purpose-built tracks and street tracks, and you can even race aeroplanes in the sky, and we can race powerboats in the river. So it's the best of all worlds. Yeah, just like social media. If we impress people, we get more followers. It's simple as that. Wow. I'm in the Porsche, aren't I? The GT3 RS. Here we are, the introductory race on the Crew 2. Here we are, the car motion, skyscraper of New York City. Wow, boat racing, car racing, helicopter racing. Wow. Wow, this is so creative. Ubisoft, you've done a great job on this game. This has obviously got to be one of my top racing games released in recent history. Yes, press RT to accelerate. We are behind the wheel of the GT3 RS. Oh, we've slid into the wall. Come on. There we go, we're in the lead. Press LT to brake. Yep. That's the controls of most modern racing games. Not like the old school where, wow, we're gaining followers. We're pulling off exciting stunts. Okay, so we're at 194 followers so far. Yeah, my controller disconnected. Don't know how that happened. Why is my controller disconnected? And here we are again. I had to restart the whole game just to get my controller connected, and so that I can win. Wow. We're using a NOS. We've done a NOS jump. Now we've got 358 followers. We're about to get even more once we... No, we didn't get any more by hitting those trackside objects. But we might get some more doing this skid. No, we haven't. Oh, we got 500 followers now. Maybe that skid did get us some followers eventually. And now we are going to be driving over to a bridge. And whoa, what's happening here? Are we going to be racing boats or racing planes? What's going to be next? Looks like it's going to be boats next. Could have just seen some boats. Here we are. This is what makes the Crew very interesting, and a lot more interesting than other racing games. And the boats have NOS too. I've NOSed myself into the lead. Yeah, Need for Speed, Forza, they don't have boat racing. Only this does. Which is one of the reasons that's the crew and Ubisoft better over EA's Need for Speed and Microsoft and Turn 10 Studios Forza. 745 followers. We are stunting. Can we do a NOS stunt? Yes, we can. Well, we're at 900 followers now, almost at 1,000. We need to be careful jumping over that ship because there are cranes on it, but we have made it. Oh, this is so exciting. I don't know if I've ever boat raced on a game before, because I don't think the original crew had this feature. I think this is entirely new to the Crew 2, which is one of the many reasons I prefer this to the original. And we're at a checkpoint. Wow, what's happening here? Why is the landscape changing? Are we going to be flying planes or what? Yes, guessed correctly. We are racing planes. But they're not really races, it's more about earning points and followers by doing some cool moves. But that's a very hard start, because we are doing it in the middle of Central Park in New York.
You've got to shine on and off the course, staying sharp on the social media side. It's simple math. The more followers you have, the more followers you'll get. Sign on with your first racing team, and the second will start looking at you. Pile up supporters, and the contracts will be knocking on your door. To put it another way, a driver who attracts enough followers will open up new.
There we go, we made that checkpoint. This should be fine. This should be fine. Let's make this checkpoint. I've done this so many times now that I now have a better idea, and my follower base is building up a better idea of how to do this without crashing. We are almost at the finish. Let's not mess it up now. There we go. We have done a very hard first plane race. That is it. Aren't we going... That's my Porsche. Aren't we going back in the cars? And as you can see, the character we chose was obvious. We chose the black guy with the hooded vest. Here it is. The Crew 2. We are currently anonymous, but now we're a rookie. Wow, we can even off-road. Oh, yes. I love off-roading.
Do them all. Pick which one you want to try first. Let's go. My friend, welcome to the Motornation.
Wow, the Motornation. What a lovely place it is.
Now, we've got 4 ways we can get this puppy rolling. It's your pick. How do you want to start?
So, we can start with 4 choices. We can do street racing trial, freestyle trial, off-road trial, and then pro racing trial. I am going to start with freestyle. Wow, what a landing that was. Here is our plane. Yeah, I was just checking if my audio was still syncing. Because we don't want any more audio issues, because they've been frustrating me all day. Here we go. Let's get started with the aerobatics.
Now try a roll. To roll, level out your foot.
Let's roll.
Left or right. Move the stick in the direction direction you choose until you've done a full roll.
There we go.
Time to air drift. Just hold your right or left rudder pedal down. for
Time
long
to
enough
go
and you'll
air
get the hang of it.
drifting. There we go. But I'm not going to go onto the
Orient your plane with one
onto the
wing
trees.
straight down and you've got it.
I'm going to stay on the water. There we go. We're doing a knife flight. We're doing it. Oh yes, because the
Try a loop. Just pull the
time
stick
to go
back until you've gone
looping.
a full 360 degrees.
Oh yes, these loopings may feel dizzy in real life, but they are fun to do on a game. Creativity at its
Now
finest.
low altitude. Take a wild
Low
guess without
altitude. I'm glad that I'm on the
Best be
water.
careful not to brush more than the treetops, or
There
you'll
we
get a
go.
crash course in landing the wrong way.
Yeah, because by the trees I would have easily crashed and not done it. There we go. All our objectives are complete. If you don't want to have trouble doing a low altitude, stay on the water or on flat land. Don't go into the forest like I've done a lot of times. And there we go. We've mastered the freestyle. Welcome to the Freestyle family.
I'm Evan. And you must be the new talent Sophia was talking about.
I sure am a talent. I sure am.
See if she's as good a judge of people as she is a pilot. And a driver. And never mind. You get the picture. Now, as to what this place is about, that's tricky to describe. You see these people? They work hard and they play hard. And they somehow make ends meet. Until you can wrap your head around that, you don't belong. But yeah, Sophia vouched for you, so you gotta be good folks. She and I have got something for you down at the store, by the way. That's down here. A place where you can pick up a...
Whoa, monster trucks. Demolition Derby.
Get one for free on
I've always been a fan of the freestyle ever since I looked this game up before it was released. I was just amazed at the many modes you can do. The Demolition Derby and the monster truck really appeal to me, but we don't get to do those until later. New discipline so far, the only freestyle we can do is aerobatics, and we can also do jet sprints later. Now we need to get our aerobatics vehicle. Wow, the Demolition Derby car and the monster truck looks so cool, but we just have to make do with a plane. And this is the only plane that is available. That's the only colour. We've got our free air vehicle. Now that we've got our first plane, we've unlocked a whole 20 new activities.
There's an easy way for us to add followers. You've got to get cool stuff like flying under bridges, drifting, or taking big jumps. The more stuff you chain, the more followers we get.
Okay, so what trial shall we do next? I think we shall do... I'm thinking of going for the pro racing. Yes, I'll do the pro racing.
Listen up, people. I'm
Wow.
looking for a driver. If you can handle yourself on the water, and in the air, and behind the wheel, obviously there will come to that, then maybe you've got what my team needs. Be the posted time for the trial.
Wow, this powerboats racing is so exciting. Just the thrill of it, look at that.
Alexis Kendrick Racing deals strictly with winners.
Jaguar Vector. I wasn't aware that Jaguar made powerboats, but that is so cool. I think I need to start watching some powerboat racing to get the hang of it more, because I know very little about it. I only got introduced to it in the Crew 2. I don't think there's any other video game I've played which has had this feature. I'd say this has got to be the first. If you guys know where I could watch powerboats racing, please let me know down in the comments so I can start watching them. first and second place really are getting away with it. How are they going so fast? How am I falling down already? Come on, nos it, nos it, nos it. We need to be ahead of all of these guys. How are we doing so terribly? We're in 7th. We've fallen into last. Not good. We're in last place. How is this happening? I think I just got a really bad start. We're gonna have to redo this. The restart option is nowhere. We may just have to do it again manually.
Congratulations, you got the gig. Let's go someplace we can talk about.
Oh, all we needed to do was finish the event. Though I'm not impressed that I came 8th. Hopefully that didn't cost us followers and cash. Then it might have done. I don't know how they were so quick in this one. But yet they aren't as quick in previous ones. Welcome to Pro Racing Family. They really are pro racers because they absolutely obliterated me in their boats. So I think the cash reward is the same no matter which position you finished in. Hopefully we didn't end up with the lowest amount of cash due to coming in last place. They were just so speedy.
I'm looking forward to having you on the team.
Wow, this is going to be very exciting. Later on we'll have touring cars, Formula 1. I've just seen a Red Bull Formula 1 car. Wow, I'm loving that Mercedes AMG touring car.
It's where the pro racing community preps. Now you can hang out here too. You belong. That's Clarence Bishop, the third.
Wow.
He's the reigning champion.
The first real boss in the crew too, perhaps? Wow, the Aston Martin Valkyrie.
If you start winning, he won't be happy to see you. Clarence is old school. Doesn't think anything needs to change. A lot of drivers see things differently. Me, I think there needs to be some balance. You'll decide for yourself on this. Just in case you're wondering, there's a powerboat with your name on it waiting for you in the shop.
Wow.
Don't thank me. You've earned it.
Is it that powerboat? I hope it is. Let's just look at that touring car. Wow. Look at that Red Bull Formula 1 car. It's got the number 3 on it, so it was either Daniel Ricciardo's 2017 or 2018 Formula 1 car. New discipline. Powerboat. Can do touring cars, air races and Alpha GP later on. Now it's time to get into our powerboat vehicle. And yes, that is the character we've chosen. I was absolutely correct. Now this is the only powerboat we can get, so we're going to go and get inside of it. Colour, we can go for red, white, black, yellow or green. I'm going to make it red. So here it is, our first boat. Wow. This is our default water vehicle. I like the fact that you can change through them. 19 new activities. Wow. And now, let us go and gonna do street racing. Wow. Why is it all blurry? There we go. Now the camera's in focus. Wow, look at that M5, that Camaro ZL1, that Focus RS. Wow, there's a lot of cool cars there. And I've even got a tiger on my sleeveless hoodie. Wow. Yeah, my car's a loner, it must be that Porsche again. Actually, it could even be that Challenger. Just wait and see, but I think it's going to be the Porsche. It's definitely not that M5. Wow. I'm loving my Porsche. I don't know how that's... Oh, that M5 has blue neon on it. I was wondering why there was blue stuff coming out of its tyres. Wow, that was a very close and intense battle. But my Porsche's in the lead, and it's gonna win. Press LT to brake. Yes, we know that. We do not need to go through that again. Thank you for telling me, game. Even though it's something I already know and you've already reminded me a million times before. Just want to focus on winning and avoiding collisions with these very narrow and tight city buildings. Press X to use handbrake. Whoa, how did you get past me in your Challenger? Not to worry, I've retaken the lead from it. Wow. Wow, this is so good. So good. I'll see you guys at the end. And here's the finish. Very close to us. And across the line we go in first place. Oh yes. Pure driving. Wow. Get 9,000 cash and 12,000 followers. I think it's that we got 12,000 cash because we came in 8th on that powerboat race because they were just way too quick. Unacceptable. Welcome to the street racing family. Wow. What are we going to choose as our first car? We're going to get something more down to earth because this is what racing games are about. You get a sense of speed by starting off in a high-end car. Then when you actually get your first car, get something more down to earth, like that Mazda MX-5 or RX-7 even. Wow. Wow, there's a Viper as well, and I don't think we're going to start. Oh, he's got the lovely McLaren P1. We can get to the car if we win events. It might not be a P1, it might be a 570S or 620S. All McLarens look the same, and all use the same V8. Wow. It would be interesting if we started off with the Bugatti Divo, but I think that's cost millions of pounds, so we're going to have to get it towards the end of the game, or when we're at Icon 1000 or something. Wow. Just look at all those cars. Look at them all. Wow. New discipline, street racing. Later on we get to do drift, drag racing and hypercars. I think the RX-7's for drift, the Viper's for drag. Look at that Devo, it's a hypercar. We're going to start with something more down to earth. So what can we choose aside from this MX-5? Oh, we can choose 3 cars for free. We could get this Mustang even. Or we could get an Audi TT-RS. This is going to be a tough choice because all 3 of them are legends in their own right. I am going to go for the Audi TT-RS because I think this is the only game that has it. Yellow, white, grey, green, blue, black. I am going to make this blue. And do I take the second rim design or the first rim? The second one looks nicer. So there we go. Here's our first car. Wow. 25 new activities. And I think we get some of the police chase ones as well. I think those are the ones with the M. Okay, we're not going to do flame decals. I'm not going to put them on all my rides, only on some. Now, what we have left is off-road. Wow. They've really got this one right. Is it going to be that Raptor? Is it going to be that motocross bike? Could be anything. Or could it be that beach buggy? Oh, thank you for lending me your Raptor, man. Yeah, he set a time using this exact Raptor, and I have got to beat it. Well, off-roading in the Raptor, the best way to start any off-road event, because these are so quick in off-road competitions. I've watched some episodes of the American Top Gear USA. Showed one of the presenters, I think either Rutledge Wood or Tanner Faust, who is but I'm thinking Tanner because he's a professional rally driver. Haven't watched that episode in a long while, so I'd have to see it again to be able to tell you accurately who it was. Tested the Ford Raptor off-road, and he was amazed at how quick it was. And we can really feel it, even though we're just driving it in a game. Oh dear, I've hit a cactus. This is going to happen a lot in these off-road events. I wouldn't like to drive into a cactus in real life, because it would really hurt. And I would probably be stung in many parts of my body, which would not be very nice at all. Wow, we actually made it through a gap. There was actually a gap there. I braked. I knew I would have to be careful. So I wasn't even sure if there was even going to be a gap over there. We made it through. That was a bit of a tough one, but now the finish is almost upon us. This was a very quick one. Let's do a NOS jump. There we go. Oh, I've hit some rocks. Maybe I did it a bit too soon, but I am going to beat that other guy. I'm going to be faster than that other guy. Don't know how I ended up 8th in the powerboat race. That was very embarrassing indeed. The finish is near us. There's the finish. I can taste the finish. I think we can even enter it from another way. Here it is. Across the line we go.
You and me, we got some things to discuss about your future. Come on.
The event is finished. Wow. Here we go. I wonder what our new car is going to be. It's probably not going to be a Raptor. I can tell you that. I think it will be later when we get that, because it seems like a high-end vehicle. Welcome to the Offroad Family. Wow. We have done the introduction for all 4 disciplines. All we need to do is choose our first off-road car, whatever it will be. A Mini Countryman, a Ford Focus RS rally car, motocross bike. Wow. Wow.
That fool's talking more. Go everything possible. He thinks he's going to be here, but we're going to show that tree hugger just how long he is. He
Wow.
likes to ride out in his
I wonder if he drives that Countryman.
They ought to focus on wasting instead.
Wow, Citroen C3 rally car. I always see those in the WRC, but I don't think they're competing in it anymore. Wow, a Red Bull branded beach buggy. Motocross man. I think that's Chris Meek's rally car. New discipline unlocked. Rally Raid. Then we get to do motocross, then rallycross, and then hovercraft. Time for us to get our free beach buggy rallycraft vehicle. Prototype buggy. This is the only one that is free, and it's only in a Red Bull branded livery, so this is the one we're gonna get. Here we go, our first motocross car. Wow, off-road paradise. Now we've unlocked all events. Wow, interesting. There's gonna be cop chasers off-road. Very interesting. First for any game. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please make sure to pound that like button, subscribe if you are new, and I shall see you guys in the next episode. Peace.